missing you still there.
Welcome here to a very special edition of the Dolphin Dive. I am here with the entire staff of the LeMoyne Dolphins men's basketball program, and you could see us all on screen. As Anton said, it looks like we're having study hall together. So
Correct, yeah.
we'll have some fun with this, and we're going to go around, and I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. So, Jamie, I'll start with you.
Jamie Young, assistant coach.
Antwan Ballinger, director of player development.
Anton Vrebac, director of basketball operations.
Ben Swank, assistant coach.
Nate Champion, head coach.
Marello, assistant coach.
So, Nate, putting this staff together, and obviously shifting gears into Division I from Division II, you get to expand the staff. When you look around this table, how would you kind of define what you were looking for in putting the staff together?
I think the first thing that's different, obviously, from the previous years was we were able to expand it and add more people, more hands on deck, which obviously helps a lot. And then I think the biggest thing you see on our staff is people that have had success in their careers, whether it's Jamie, who's, the oldest one on staff and has a ton of experience with the NBA and has won an NBA championship, to Benny Marello, who's the youngest one here and has had success playing in college, winning a conference championship and making it to the NCAA tournament twice. And then obviously playing overseas. And as you go through our staff, you just see success throughout. But that was something that we wanted to really focus on as we added our new additions in Jamie and Anton, or guys that have had success and want to strive to continue to have success in their careers and make LeMoyne a successful Division I program.
Jamie, coming from the NBA, why did you say yes to coming here?
Opportunity. Division I, this level is something I haven't been at, either playing or coaching, and I just thought it was a great opportunity for me at the time to come up here and enjoy this team and this school.
Anton, another new face for us here. Why come to LeMoyne?
Want to obviously, be on a bigger platform, but also wanted to, expand, my knowledge of the game of basketball, whether it's on the operations side of things or on the court, and, being, around different, successful people and picking their brains here and there. I'm kind of like that sponge, trying to soak everything in at once. And I feel like I'm doing, an okay job at that right now.
Ben, you've had some time here with the team. What can you say about what you've seen over these couple of years that you've been here?
I think the biggest thing about this year is the group of guys that we have. I think we've had a solid core the past few years, but I think as an overall team, just the character of guys we have on and off the court and the way they gel has been something that's been the best since I've been here. And I think you can start to see it early on in the season with how we've looked at times on the court, and I think it's only going to get better throughout the year.
Antwan, you and I have spoken about not just what you do here at LeMoyne, but helping the community. What does the community mean to you here in Central and Upstate New York?
Well, it's really the youth just being in positions that they are in the areas that they live in, just helping them, because I'm a kid from these same areas and I had some of the same struggles. So the work that I do outside of Lemoyne is near and dear to my heart with them.
Benny, as far as you being the youngest on the staff, what are your thoughts on that, being the youngest buck here for LeMoyne?
It's fun. I get to learn a lot from these guys. I ask a lot of questions. Sometimes they're good questions, sometimes they're dumb questions, but anything I can learn from these guys every day, just an opportunity to grow and what I want to learn and what I want to do in my life. So it's been fun.
Nate, we're a few games in. We've seen, and you and I have talked about this a bit, but to start the season off, not just against quality competition in Division I, but arguably the best or one of the best conferences in the country in the Big East, Georgetown and Villanova teaches you what?
I think we just talk about overall the process that we're in.
You're good.
The process that we're in as far as, where we want to get to at the end of the year and how these games prepare us to reach the top of the mountain, ultimately play the best basketball, at the end of the season and put ourselves in a position to win a championship. And with the first two games, Georgetown, Villanova being storied programs, obviously great experience for our players to play on that stage, national television. But also, I mean, we have 30 opportunities to play basketball this year, 30 guaranteed games. And for us, our goal is just to maximize each time we're on the court and get better each time we step on the floor. So I think you saw that from, Tuesday against Georgetown to Friday against Villanova, and then again on Monday when we played SUNY Canton. But that's our goal right now, is just to continue to get better and maximize the potential of the team.
Ben, when you look at this team and kind of where you fit in as an assistant coach, what is your focus? How would you describe kind of your role here?
Well, coach has us split up into some different areas. Specifically, we kind of do a lot in the offensive side of the ball. So I think as far as the offensive side of the ball is concerned, I think we struggled a little bit at Georgetown. I think a lot of that had to do with the bright lights and guys, this being sometimes the first time the guys have seen it, some of the guys on our team, and then other guys getting back to that stage. I thought we showed great progress at Villanova in executing offensively, and Canton, we did a good job really in transition that game, because we had a lot of those opportunities, and hopefully we continue to grow on that side of the ball. But anything I can contribute there, some of the things that I've learned having some experience at the Division I level, 5 years at Green Bay, trying to plug some of those things into what we're doing this year. So just helping out in any way I can in that regard.
Benny, for you, when you look at your job and your role on this team, how do you kind of see where you come in a special way, and what angle do you bring to it?
I think I bring a little bit of youth to relate to the players a little bit. Some of those guys have goals and aspirations they want to reach, and I've kind of been there at times, and I can relate to this generation, if you will. So a little bit little connection there with the players, and then whatever these guys need me to do, whether it's get a jump on personnel for the next game, trying to get a feel for who they have, working out guys throughout the day, helping out Jamie with some of those guys, or really wherever I'm needed. Want to be able to wear many hats for this program and kind of just do a good job with whatever I'm doing.
And Jamie, for you coming on as an assistant, what has been kind of your focus as we're trying to kind of utilize everybody here at this table? How would you describe your role?
I think, my role to start has been really on the defensive side of the ball. Just trying to get us acclimated to be a good defensive team, different coverages, different schemes and stuff. But overall, I'm just trying to share, what I've learned over 23 plus years being around some really good coaches, some very successful coaches, and just share anything that I can with these guys.
Player development, Antwan, how would you define what that is from the day to day for you?
Just making sure that the players understand the offense and making sure that they play within the offense, and just working on, like a lot of these guys, during the workouts, we make sure they're getting shots that they would get within our offense. So that's what the day-to-day looks like for us.
And then looking at basketball ops, Anton, how would you define what that is for you coming here?
Basically, what I try to do is, all these coaches, they have a lot of tasks on hand, and I just want them to worry about the basketball side of things on the court, whether it's scouting or for the other team or our current players. And for me, I just want them, to feel as comfortable as possible, especially when we travel, make sure everything goes as smooth. And like I said, I just want them to worry about basketball, and that's it. So if I can do, the best I can do, on my end, and hopefully that can, show the coaches and show the players that, each person on the team, whether you're a coach or a player, if you can, fulfill that, achievement, then it should trickle down.
Hotels, flights, food, is that all running through you?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, before I got here, they already got the flights already booked and
Okay.
hotels, but still gotta do the follow-ups, and confirmation, and anything that Coach Champion wants done, even if it's last second. Still gotta make sure that's good to go.
What's been a last second thing that you've asked?
I can tell you this morning we added something last second for tomorrow's trip to California. So Anton's done a great job though for us. I mean, honestly, just having the staff we had last year. I mean, our assistant coaches were, not only tasked with, scouting reports and game planning and recruiting and all of that stuff, but also booking hotels and making sure our trips were ready. And Anton's done a great job of stepping in that role and taking a lot of extra tasks off of the assistant coach's hands. And he's really been a star in his role. I mean, obviously we've had 2 road games and they went really smooth, and he's just very organized and really helps our program run. So.
And having a DVO, I mean, like you said, when you don't in Division II and Division III, it's in Division III, I feel like it's on the head coach pretty much for everything. And then like you talked about with the assistants in Division II, just that pressure that comes off so that, like Anton said, the coaches can focus on coaching and recruiting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the benefits that we've had going Division I and being able to expand our staff. And when we interviewed Anton, it was a great interview, and you could tell just his character and the way that he handled himself. He was going to be successful in this role, and he's got a bright future, both obviously in the operations side, but in coaching as well.
Before we play rapid fire, I do a thing called Tell Me Something Good, and it's completely random here right now. So Antwan, tell me something good about Benny.
Benny's really down to earth about things, whether it's good or bad. So it works out for me because I'm a down to earth kind of guy as well.
Okay, fair enough. Benny, tell me something good about Jamie.
I'm good about Jamie. Jamie is he's funny, brings some character to the office and basketball knowledge. I've been an NBA junkie since I was a little kid, so getting to be around him and ask him some really cool questions has been a lot of fun.
All right, Jamie, tell me something good about Ben.
Ben brings a sense of calmness to the staff. Very calm person that enjoy being around, and then he has this kind of wit that you don't always expect to hear.
And tell me something good about Nate.
I think personally, I've learned a lot from Coach about his preparation and how he goes about it. And, things could be not going our way or things could be going really well.
Yeah.
And he brings that same, daily kind of grind, daily regiment into what he's doing. And that's, kind of something that I've really taken from being here the last 3 years.
Nate, tell me something good about Anton.
Oh man, one, he is very detail oriented, which is, I think, something that's really good for our staff and for me. He's also a pretty good runner from what I can put together. He enjoys his workouts, things like that. But I think just overall how he carries himself is something that's a big positive for me.
Anton, tell me something good about Antoine.
Antoine, different in a good way. Very diverse, especially with the whole on and off the court. Players can again relate similar to Benny, but relate to Antoine as well, and having a different voice on the court and off the court. And definitely a lot of players, look up to him. And obviously, eventually if I go down a path, having a kid, a child you want people to look up to. And Antoine's definitely a role model that the players can look up to. So
this is an important question, and because Nate and I have talked about it for a while, and I keep receipts. So has anyone been fed by Nate or his missus before I was fed? Does anybody have food from the Champion House?
I think I have food from not his wife, but the family.
From the family?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
I had pizza.
At pizza?
Team breakfast.
Yeah.
Coach made us all breakfast, team breakfast.
Okay. So that's even more that I'm checking on that one.
Yeah.
So before we get into rapid fire, I know it's early on in the season, but I want to ask you this because I want to come back to this later on in the season. What does it mean to be a Dolphin? How you define it? Coach, I'll start with you.
To me, the first thing that sticks out about being a Dolphin is just the family atmosphere. Dolphins travel in pods, and for me, it's something that stuck out from day one, being a student athlete here at LeMoyne and then coming back as a coach. The family atmosphere here at LeMoyne is definitely unique from other colleges and universities, but being a Dolphin to me is just a sense of family.
Ben?
Yeah, I think striving for more, striving for greatness is a big thing. I think that had a lot to do with the decision to move up to the Division I level. We wanted better things. And I think you can see it all the way from the top to our program with men's basketball. We're trying to do that on a daily basis.
I would say competitiveness and character would be two words to summarize our program. I think every day in practice, every drill, everything we do, we want our guys competing with one another, competing against themselves, preparing themselves. And I think high character guys, I think not just within the staff, but all the way throughout the whole roster to even our managers. We got a really good group of guys, and you can tell that we got something special here with these guys.
Jamie?
Well, when I first got here, I didn't know why LeMoyne was called the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So I had to learn up on that. And then I was at a little program at the start of the year, and I heard the quote, the phrase "choose better," and I thought it was very good, a great quote for our team and the school, and just about choosing the better opportunities. And a great opportunity here for me, so just think that's good for our team and the environment of our program.
Choose better. Antwan?
Just the family atmosphere, like Coach said, and just being grateful for the opportunity that you have, because not everybody has the opportunity to be at this institution with the sense of family.
Anton?
Yeah, I think everyone here at the table had touched on it a little bit. But the main thing what Coach Champion said was about we travel together, and part of my role is doing like the tickets and doing a ticket list for away games, and obviously going to Georgetown, Villanova. There's a lot of past alumni that came to games, and even these California trips too. So no matter where we go, people want to support us, and it's a good thing to have.
So with that being said, we're gonna play rapid fire. And you can ask literally anything. We have to answer the question. It can be about music, movies, pastimes, basketball, literally anything. So Jamie, I'm gonna let you start. You can ask me a question. We're gonna go back and forth between me and you guys.
Best quarterback in the NFL.
Right now. I would probably have to say it's not Josh Allen. I love Trevor because I'm a Jag fan, but it's not Trevor yet. It's got to be
Rapid, right?
Yeah, it's got to be Pat Mahomes. It has to be Pat Mahomes. I had to give a little. I mean, coming off of the fact that you lose a game because you had 12 men on the field on a missed field goal is not Josh Allen's fault. And I put out a message after that on social media. I said immediately, it's not Josh Allen's fault, but Lord knows someone's going to blame him. Within 2 minutes, I had a guy blame Josh Allen. Didn't even take 3 minutes for that. So with that being said, Jamie, I'm going to ask you one. Favorite NBA memory that you lived through?
Winning the NBA championship in 2000. Just, as a kid growing up, seeing locker room celebrations and just being a part of that was special.
Do you have like a favorite piece of that moment, or?
Oh, just getting beer dumped on my head.
Beer dumped on your head. Okay. All right, Benny, what's your question for me?
Favorite restaurant in Syracuse?
That's gonna get me in trouble.
Favorite cuisine in Syracuse?
It's tough. I would say Syracuse. I mean, there's a lot of Italians that came over from literally Italy to Ellis Island and then decided to come to Central New York. Most of my dad's family did. So I would say they don't give us enough credit for our pizza, and they absolutely do not give us enough credit for our cuisine in general, especially the Italian food. There's like 4 generations of Italians here, and we do food very well. And I would put our pizza up to New York City any day. I definitely would. There's certain places to go to here. I'll let you know, Antwan. All right, Benny. A question for you. You were shaking your head about Josh Allen, so I'm guessing you're a Bills fan? Okay. So Over under that the Bills make the playoffs.
Over under?
Yeah, like, are you taking that they're gonna make it? Okay, let me ask you this question. Do they make the playoffs outright? Are they a wild card or do they not make it? Those are your choices.
I think they're gonna be a wild card team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wild card team, who are they gonna knock out?
Not sure, but they're gonna win some games here. We're gonna get hot at the right time. Guys coming down from injuries. New offensive coordinator, get us rolling a little bit, so we'll see.
Is there anybody else here that's a Bills fan? No?
Mm.
I get the sense that you got razzed on a little bit after that.
It's every
Every
day.
day.
I feel like, all right, fair enough. Well, as a Jags fan, I have people say things to me even when the team's on a 5-game winning streak. I actually had somebody at Barnes and Noble, total stranger, and I could say this because it's my show. Guy walked by me, my dad's age, and he said, I saw all my Jaguar stuff. He said, your team got your ass handed to you today. And I went, okay, thank you. And I kept walking. But the comfortableness of doing that is pretty crazy. Yeah. Nate, I'll save you for last since we've done this so much. So Ben, question for me.
Jordan or LeBron and why?
Jordan, because he can fly. Jordan, because at least half the NBA was really, really good. And he didn't buy guys and put them on his team. He played against them. So Jordan. And
I hope the players watching.
And I would also say this, if it's LeBron, then why does LeBron wear 23 and why did he make a second Space Jam? You know, do your own thing would be my answer. All right,
Okay.
Ben. If you were in the movie Space Jam and you had to switch bodies with any Looney Tune character, who would you choose and why?
Ooh. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go. Was Tasmanian? Was he
Yeah,
in there?
Taz
I'll
is
go. Yeah, because I'm stepping out. I'm gonna be all over the place.
Okay. All right. Tasmanian Devil. I like that. Antwan, what's your question?
Favorite movie, and please don't say Hoosier for the Indiana guys.
No, I'm not. My favorite movie of like everything put together. I'm a movie guy and I like to screenwrite. It's something I want to do in my career. So it's really hard to choose, but there's a movie I can recite from beginning to end. It's a comedy with Jim Carrey. And if you start me anywhere in the movie, I can tell you exactly where we are. It's Liar Liar. So I would pick Liar Liar because it's funny. My dad is a lawyer, so that kind of made it even more interesting for me. And I think Jim Carrey's special. It's definitely different than a lot of other people. All right, Anton. If coaches got their own theme song this season to come out on the court to, what would be your song and why?
I can't wait for this one.
Wow.
Rapid fire.
It is. Trying to. Oh. Another late night by Drake.
Another late night by Drake. Okay. Yeah, tell us why.
Just because one of the lines in the song says another late night with my dogs, and like we spend a lot of late nights together on the road.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I like Drake. Anton, your question for me.
Your best or favorite barbershop in Syracuse?
I cut my own hair. So
Yeah.
I actually have been shaving it and doing everything for over, I think it's like maybe a decade now. But if I had to pick a place, she's not here anymore. I think she moved out here, but Beatrice was my hairdresser or stylist, whatever you want to call it for a guy. She was my hair person for most of my childhood. But my original barber of my first haircut, my dad still goes to him, Natal. He's this old Italian guy. He still sounds like he came right off the boat from Italy, and he's one of the nicest human beings. And I still kind of remember, like I was 3 years old, I kind of vaguely remember. So
Yeah.
I'd say that. All right, Anton. So you talked about my favorite barber. So let's go with fashion. Describe your fashion to all of us. And secondly, tell me who has the second best fashion on this coaching squad next to yours.
Wow. I can answer the second question off the bat.
Okay.
And definitely not Antwan. because he picks out our game day attire, and so far we got a lot of bad complaints about it. Well, I try to stick up for him. You know, I'm the loyal guy here in this group. So
You say you stuck up for him after you just outed him to the world. You stuck up for it, yeah. Just beat him down and then say you're his.
but it's okay. I'll throw myself under a bus. I don't have a lot of fashion with me. I'm pretty low maintenance person. So
Okay.
if you see me, I only have LeMoyne gear on. I don't have any dress up clothes unless I go to church. But if you see me out and about, it's always with LeMoyne gear.
So I will ask you this as a quick follow-up. Suits on the sideline or sweats?
Do I give you the coach champion answer or my answer?
I want your answer.
Suits.
Suits?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What do you think Nate would say?
What we're wearing right now.
Sweats?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, coach, you get the last rapid fire. What do you got for me?
Why LeMoyne?
Why LeMoyne? Why am I here?
Yeah, why'd you choose to try and be connected here at LeMoyne and be the multimedia partner for LeMoyne? What stuck out about us?
Honestly, which, I mean, I don't know why I say honestly, because I'm always honest about it, but it was over 2 years ago, I came into this room. And Gina Castelli, who was the women's basketball coach here before, for those who don't know, and terrific coach, she invited me. I came out for Mary Grimes being announced, and it's the first time I met Mary, first time I met Bob. And something about being here and then shaking hands with Bob Beretta and sitting down with him, I had this idea, and I've been just kind of keeping it in the wings for a while, this exclusive multimedia marketing partnership. And after I talked with him, something inside of me was like, go back up to him, tell him that you want a meeting, and you better have yourself ready. And so all the parameters of what I wanted, it was something about here, something about the people here that said, you're going to do this partnership, but you're going to start it here. And why am I still here? It's because of all of you. I mean, honestly, I can't pick a coach. I can't pick a student athlete. Everybody's got a different story to tell. But I feel like, even though I didn't go to LeMoyne, I feel like I did. And there's a lot of really good people on campus, and not saying this because you're sitting next to me, but I mean, I've known you the whole time you've been here, and you treated me with respect outside of not cooking for me. And,
I don't cook, by the way.
I'm just saying something from the house, anything from the house. But no, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, we've broken bread together. We've sat and had plenty of meals. So it's easy to support coaches that care. It's easy to support student athletes that actually care about school and not just their sport. And I mean, I wear this all the time, and wherever I go, I shamelessly plug LeMoyne. So you ask me why? It's the people, and it continues to be the people. And you guys make my job fun, because coming here to see a game when it's thunderstorm and 40 degrees outside and raining, there's no place I would rather be. And I wasn't worried about getting home as long as we got a win while we were here today. So with that being said, I get to ask you the last question. So Nate, okay, I'll throw it back to you in a different angle. Why do you think I'm the right person to cover LeMoyne?
One, I think you have a passion for small college sports, which is something that stood out, and you're personable. I mean, obviously, being here at LeMoyne, it's about wearing a bunch of different hats, obviously being a basketball coach, but being involved on campus and being assistant coaches and, staff members. You're not only a basketball assistant, you're part of the athletic department, part of the school. And that's something that you do pretty well, covering all the sports here and covering different student athletes. So I think for me, that was something that was a positive when, I first met you, and something that you've done pretty well.
I appreciate that. So for Nate, for Benny, for Ben, for Antwan, for Jamie, for Anton, I want to thank you for watching this very special exclusive Dolphin Dive. You'll find the Dolphin Dive and AD and DT as well with Athletics Director Bob Beretta and everything we do at LeMoyne on our YouTube channel on youtube.com/WakeUpCall.DT. Dolphin Time is every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and we under promise over deliver. So there's plenty of content for you all throughout the year. So make sure you stay tuned to our social media. Gentlemen, thank you for what you do to lead these young men here on campus, and thank you for what you do to make my job fun. I appreciate it.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.